purpose of today's video is to show you how to take your sources of information for your research project and make a works cited using ezbib.com. Now, the purpose of a works cited is to show your audience or your reader where you got all of your information. If you do a research project and you do not have a works cited, that is considered plagiarism, and your research project would not be valid. You would not be able to turn that in. You wouldn't get any points for it. So it's very important to know how to cite your sources. Now, at this point in the project, you should know all the citation information for each of your sources. I gave you these website cards so that you would have all the information you need before you begin the works cited. So we're going to use this article, Pica, the eating disorder that's not about food. See, it's here on the internet. We're going to use this article as an example. Now, the student obviously printed this article, and then he filled out this citation card so that he would know all the information before he goes to the next step, which is to go to ezbib.com. So you're going to go to ezbib.com. It's kind of a busy screen, but if you look right in the middle, it'll say website, and right here it wants you to enter the website that you used for your information. So this website or web address is what you will put right there, and then you click Cite This. Now, the neat thing about ezbib is it basically goes onto the internet and searches the site that you type in, and it will supply information for you, so it's kind of cool. All right, there's a whole bunch of boxes that you have to check or fill in. Okay, the first thing you're going to look for is article title. Now, this article title that the ezbib gives you automatically is not the article title that you wrote down, so you have to delete it, and you have to go and type in what you wrote on your article title line. Pica, the eating disorder that's not about food. Obviously, there's a big red boxes here for author. ezbib does not read. It doesn't have eyeballs. It can't understand things, so it will get information that it knows, but it cannot read the author's name, so you have to type that in yourself. If you have a website with no author, which is very common, then you skip this. You don't put anything at all. Same thing for, okay, website title. Let's see what you wrote down. Oh, Everyday Health. Let's check it to here. everydayhealth.com. Oh, it's fine, good enough. The publisher sponsor box is red. Okay. We don't have one. We leave it blank. Very often you'll leave that blank. This is the URL, which is the exact same thing as what's up here. So you can choose to leave it or delete it. I kind of prefer you delete it because you already stated that's redundant. You don't need to say it twice. Electronically published is the date that the information was put on the internet. So in this case, it was 10 May 2010. When you do your ezbib, it's going to tell you the date accessed is the current date, whatever day you're doing this. Except, obviously, that's not the day you actually printed the stuff off the internet, so change it. Unless you did print the information off the internet on that very same day. Okay, so to review, all you're doing is copying the information that you've already written down into these boxes on ezbib.com. The most important thing that you do is you check the title, you check the author's name if you've got one, make sure you type in the date for electronically published, check all the other dates and information, and click Create Citation. This is what the MLA citation for that article should look like. Author's last name, first name, article title, the title of the website, the date that it was published, and the date it was printed off the web. So that's what it should look like, and it's so easy because you don't have to do it all yourself. When you are ready for the next website, you enter in the URL or the www address right there and do the same thing again. You just keep doing that over and over again, and these citations will just pile up down here like a little list of them. Now when you get to your book source, you just click book. Now I'm going to pretend that I used the DSM-4 Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders 4th edition as my book source, because that's a very common book source for this project, and you should all be able to find information in that book. Okay, it says search by book title, keywords, or ISBN. So we can type in the title of the book. And we push cite this. And now you get a whole bunch of choices here. Diagnostic and Statistical Man, DSM-4. Yep, that's pretty much the one we used. You got to check the copyright date. Copyright 2000. Now if you scroll down, it's going to ask you how you found this book. Was it in print? Yes, we have the book itself. If it was a book that was posted online, then you'd obviously put website, but this is in print. We are not citing the whole book, we're citing a section of the book. So it'll think for a second. Okay, the chapter select section or title. Now I didn't have you write this down, that was my fault, I forgot. Just type in the name of the disorder you looked up. So let's say it's pica for this case. You just type in pica. You have no author for the DSM-4. If you do have an author for your book, then you write in the first and last name right there. Move down here. It depends on what book you're using, but I think all the books for our project had no volume. For this case, we have the 4th edition. So we can put 4th. There's no series or anything. It actually gives you the publisher information, the city, and the year automatically. Is that not cool? And all you have to supply is the pages that you used. In this case, it was just page 103. And if you had more than one page, you would put the beginning page and the end page. So it stopped at page 105. Okay, so to review, when you do a book source, you start out by typing the title of the book in and click the cite button or the auto cite, and it will search the internet for any information it knows about that book. But you have to then supply additional information. Now, if you don't know your chapter section title, then don't put anything. Okay, just leave it blank. Only if you use the DSM-4 do you really probably need to worry about that. Otherwise, just don't worry about it. If you have an author, put it in. If you don't, then don't worry about it. And you click Create Citation. Oh, and your page numbers. It'll think for a minute, and it will put that citation down at the bottom. Now, if you have an email account, you can sign up for free and save your information so that if you have to go back and make a change to it, then you can do that very easily. Okay, now like I told you, the citations will start piling up down here. So here's a couple citations, and let's pretend that we're done just for the sake of time. When you're done, you need to click Print as Word Doc. It'll think for a minute, and it should generate your works cited in a Word document form. And you want to say that you're going to open with Microsoft Word. And what this does, it takes all your citations and it puts them in alphabetical order. If you type the information incorrectly, it will come out correctly. If you don't type it in correctly, then it won't come out correctly. So it will do all this for you if you've done your part the right way. The only thing you have to do now is go up and add your name, whatever your name is, obviously, my name, your class, whatever hour you're in, and the date. Sorry about that. And print it. I guess you could check, make sure that you've got 1-inch margins before you print it, because that is MLA format, but after that, you are done.